Rick Smith in evidence on that one as well with The Fall. That's called Feeling Numb. And if you were listening to The Fall's Christmas session earlier on the BBC World Service, you may recall hearing a version of that when it was called Numb at the Club. And in next week's programme, I shall play you two more tracks from the LP, specifically Pearl City and Life Just Bounces. My favourite track from the entire LP is called The A-Bit, but that won't come up for a few weeks. But one to look forward to, there's no question about that.
All right, Steve-O, let's head into side B of 1995's Fall full-length Cerebral Caustic, and what are we leading off with?
I'm not satisfied.
I gotta say, one of my favorite fall covers. And I'm very surprised because I'm not a big Frank Zappa head.
I was going to say, are you a Zappa fan? You like
No,
this
I
song?
mean, I love, okay, I'll tell you what. This album, this Mothers of Invention album that this song is from is really good. And I actually like this a lot. But Frank Zappa in general, and the Frank Zappa solos, or quote unquote, so I mean, whatever. His name albums are, it's just too much for me. Like, I don't think there's a lot of depth to it as far as lyrically. Obviously, he's a good musician, but I will say this: I love watching him do interviews, which he did, you know, like talk shows and stuff like that. I love watching that shit. It's so fun. He's so good and witty. So there's a lot of things about Frank Zappa I really enjoy and appreciate. And I think Mark was probably in the same vein. I think he liked the same thing.
They're both characters. Yeah, that garage sound is for sure carries through.
Marine, come on. Yeah, you're right. Like, they're both characters, right? They both got strong personalities. He's gonna like that. Musically, so different. One is like a technical composer, right? This is composing music, writing notation. Mark couldn't be further from that. The song sounds great.
The poet and the musician.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. The poet and the musician. And one is definitely the poet first, musician far behind. The other is musician first, poet way behind. And the thing that always threw me with Mark, I mean, I guess I could give it more. I'm always open-minded to it. I just feel like a lot of the Frank Zappa lyrically stuff is thrown on to be like tongue-in-cheek and funny, and then it's done outlandish. I like realness. I like my Marky Smith. I like my Lou Reed. I like my real world connection, even if it's really bizarre and disturbed. I like the grittiness. And also, Frank Zappa's living in fucking California and, you know, comfortable. Marky Smith doesn't want to be comfortable. And I associate with that.
Yeah, I'm surprised there hasn't been any Marky Smith books put out with like his lyrics or just the briefcase, the bag.
You can't.
Well, I'm even saying by his family. Like, why haven't they like? Oh, okay, let's put out the Marky Smith prose.
I don't think you can unless you got it like on paper. But even if you have, I mean, you know, there's a lot of people that have his journal pages and, you know, even if you have that stuff, he changed it in the studio, so it's not quite the same. And then also, we know from looking this stuff up, and also the research that all the fall heads that do the consummate research in this area do, that there's not even confirmation between those groups. So if you can't get confirmation between a bunch of people doing that, then you're
Well,
not
that's
good.
what I mean. I just want the actual notes, like even if it's like a
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
even if it's
Mhm.
like a Naked Lunch sort of book
Mhm.
where like it's not the songs, it's just Mark's like
I like that.
prose down. Like here's I don't know, this is what he wrote on this page. I don't know where it's going or what it means, but
Yeah.
here's all the words.
He kind of did that in his own, quote unquote autobiography. There's like little chapters of his prose, and it's and honestly, I mean, as entertaining as his stories are and his perceptions are of what happened, which is well worth the cost. That those little sections of him just like rambling prose are just as good. They're just as good. And I'll flip one of those things open all the time and just be like, this is kind of taking me to a place now, or this is taking me to a place now that is quite different than, what I remembered it to be. Yeah. But I know what you're saying, and I would love that too. Even like I mean, they should really. Well, I think we might have talked about it before, but fuck it. They need to have a Marquis Smith library archive of the stuff that they haven't sold, which is unfortunate. But maybe some person that has accumulated a lot of it will be gracious enough to, you know, add that to the archive. And there needs to be a place like that. Like, come on. I mean, there's got to be more of it too.
Yeah, this
Just
is in the back.
stockpiled.
I mean, if anyone is interested in
Carrier bags.
opening a pub in Manchester, just make it the back half of Marquis Smith's museum, and you got yourself
Seriously,
fold
you're
up
done.
every night.
You're done.
We also didn't bring it back though. Is which Life Just Bounces. Do you like it more on this album, or you like it more on the Dredger EP?
Oh, okay. Uh, honestly, I'm going to take a cop out here and say I like it live. Because I have been listening to some live renditions of Life Just Bounces, and I'm just going to tell everyone, if you haven't, just go around. They were playing that for a while. Like they were playing that for a while before they recorded it in this form. So just listen to some live versions and find your favorite, and that's your favorite. Like that's your Life Just Bounces. I think that's the way to do it. Because I don't think even either of these. I like this one
are the
more.
best.
No, they're not the best.
Yeah.
The live versions are the best. So as usual, just go and find that one, and you have your or make a. I mean, who knows? Someday, maybe the boys will put together the Cerebral Caustic live.
They're chugging along.
Yeah, they're chugging along.
I mean, who knows how big the House of All comes along now that they have 3 drummers on stage at once. Though they got a new thing.
Jesus, I do want to see it. I'm ready for that American tour. I want to see the boys in action. And Martin, if you're listening, like we offered, we will be carrying the gear for you. Like you don't have to worry about that through the Midwest, where we will take care of that for you. No problem. No questions asked. Okay, Steve, before we really go deep into the void, we need to get one more little creature feature going. The aphid.
Who can ever forget this one? 6 times per count, 6-4. Formed by of 6. Form a box land. The aphid. The aphid, bend down. Scratch around the carpet. For insects, get hook clamp, stand up, gel frame, put insects in a jar.
The aphid, not to be confused with Bug Day.
This one a little more catchy than Bug Day. This one's fun. I mean, I like this. I think
it's
John Peel especially liked it.
it's all. I'm all for it. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But yeah,
I know. It's fun.
I mean, I'm assuming the aphid is the same thing that I know of. English aphid is an aphid in America too. But
Yeah, and it's got the little sound bite recording at the end of the track, and I don't know where that's from. I mean, obviously a lot of people probably do, but I like that. I just assumed that they had that soundbite recording, and Mark made the whole lyrics off of that because it just seems like perfectly aligned. Hook, clamp, go back down.
It's interesting. I like. Do you think he just picked the aphid because it worked the best lyrically? Because it doesn't. Seems like it's got to be about a much more.
I think he says aphid at the very end.
Yeah, he does, and that's the aphid. But like, why are you so worried about aphids in your carpet? I don't think they like the carpet. It's more like a cockroach song or a bed bugs, something that like you don't really want in your house.
Aphid is a lot more interesting, looking. Also, it's not like a biblical insect locust. It's not. He's not even going that route. He's going with the aphid.
So, yeah, but like they just seem like simple little bugs. Like
I know that's what it is. So it's a fun, not even a line, but that he incorporates the UV gun, like a UV gun to be spotting them. Kind of like is it an exterminator? Is it no, I like that it's not an exterminator. It's a collector. Like you got to get him back. You got to get him in the jar or back in the jar.
Yeah, that's it. Well, you put the clamp on the jar, take 6 steps back. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
He liked taking 6 steps back. I think Mark was definitely liking that. He likes stepping out, stepping back.
Take 6 bottles of the 6-pack. Stand up straight, bend down, scratch the carpet for insects.
Stop for a rest. Go back to scratch.
Put the clamp. Put the clamp on the jar.
Oh yeah, this song fucking rocks. I love it. This song,
it
rocks.
It is just like the perfect 2.5 minutes too. Like you're like, why? Okay, sweet.
The sister to Bug Day. Man, that song is good. That song is good. It's simple. It's simple in every form. The music, the everything, but it's rocking, and so it all gets tied together with the rock aesthetic, and it's working. It's working well. Now for something completely different. Steve, are you ready? Are you ready for this?
For the long track.
Are you ready for one of Brix's most beautiful ballads? One that she could have even pictured being on a solo album. Brix Smith's solo album. Let's go to Phoenix and let's get bonkers.
Bonkers at Phoenix. Bonkers at Phoenix. Bonkers at Phoenix.
What did Bricks have? Three albums?
Nope, just one, I think.
No,
Two-
two at
No,
least.
we did all of them. Remember?
I know. Yeah, I know.
Remember how much of a struggle that
There was at least
full length
two.
album was? Oh my gosh, that was hard.
Maybe an EP and
That was rough. I don't want you're bringing back bad memories of bad times. And this song is almost a perfect soundtrack to the internal my brain's experiencing that full length album. No, we did her 7-inch singles. Remember?
that's what it was. The singles and then the full length. Yeah.
Incense and Peppermints. We did it all. And everyone that's listening, you are welcome. I know you guys had to listen to it too, but we try to stay positive. But okay, so Bricks wrote a beautiful song that was 6 minutes long. Mark took a listen to it. Bricks was gone, and he tells Dave Bush, "Get to work." He said, "What do you want me to do?"
This is your last.
This is your last piece of musical composition for the band. I need you to fuck this up beyond recognition.
Yeah.
Mm.
It almost seems. I mean, you couldn't have put it on the way she wanted it, so I guess this is what you get.
You definitely couldn't have. Even though it sounds like, Steve Hanley is playing bass on it. It sounds like Simon Wollstonecroft is playing drums on the backing track. They just I like the idea of messing with it and making it an experimental song, but you have to mix it so that it has a chance.
You can't just put shit on top of the song.
No, you can't just go on top.
No,
it's because then it makes it not. I know a lot of people are like, I like that, and I think that there's just, I honestly think those people are just saying that because I'd rather listen to either of the two closing tracks on this album instead of this all day. But at the same time, this song always puts a smile on my face because of Mark's lyrics that are so fucking funny. Lining up in the correct line for the burgers on the right, vegetarian burgers on the left, those who want meat burgers on the right. Car parking is available at the Glastonbury Phoenix. Out of the back. You see me? It is always making me laugh. That's why I can't get mad at this. I could see how Bricks would get mad about this. Dave Bush seemed like he felt bad for doing
I
this.
assume so.
Yeah, he said he felt bad for doing this. It was probably fun for him in the moment. But he also seems like a nice dude. So it's like, I mean, he is a nice dude. So he was definitely thinking about it like, man, I really, I don't want to go along with this.
You didn't really know Bricks at all either, right? Like, what do you want me to do to your ex-wife's song? Just okay.
I didn't even think about that. Also, I want to know I wonder what Steve and Simon were thinking. Even Craig. They're like, I'm going to the pub. I'm going to let them sort this out.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if she even heard it before it was just sent to the
Yeah. Yeah. It's also so long. It's a little too long. Also, do you see that supposedly at the end, around the end, he says, "You see me, Oogie Man."
I'm Riley.
You
said that naughty. You said you see me, Oogie Man, already once in
Naughty Wicker Man.
I haven't heard the I'm Riley yet.
He's so pissed at Mark Riley for leaving the band.
When did he start his show? Do you know?
It says Mark Riley show first aired October 24th, 2005.
Did you know that he Where did it go? He, in between 1986 and 1989, he drew and wrote the comic strips, Harry the Head and Dr. Mooney for the comic Oink.
No.
Huh.
Okay. That everything I just told you is not accurate as usual for our show. This is right on point. That is an American Mark Riley, so don't take any of that to. Don't publish that.
It's like 1993.
Yeah. That sounds right. Damn. It's going a long time. BBC. They know what's good when they get it. Okay. Bunkers in Phoenix. Great song. Great song. 10 out of 10 pints for Bonkers in Phoenix easily. We don't even have to discuss that further. Now let's go to actually one of my other favorite tracks on the album.
I was gonna say this is the next. This is probably the. I'm gonna switch my favorites all of a sudden.
Yeah,
and
this is a better choice for you. Come on,
fast. Yeah. I like fast.
Yeah, it has a little bit of momentum to it. One day. Really, I don't remember the last time The Fall played with this much ferocity on an album.
No, overall, I mean, this is just like a straight punk song. Like,
was it the mid '80s? Was it 10 years ago?
Yeah, even then. I mean, the albums were never this at this sort of pace, and
no. Unless we're talking about like No Christmas for John Keys or like even go back to Bingo Master's Breakout, then we're talking. But know what's interesting about this one, Steve? This is the only one on the entire album that is credited to, of course, Mark and
Mr. Bush.
Dave Bush.
Which I don't hear any of his.
That's what I'm saying. There's little obscured Dave Bush sounds that pop in, almost like a transistor radio. They just get phased in, like popping in and out. Yeah, I really love One Day. Some great lyrics in this one as well. Vacuum breath equals what? Vacuum breath equals we never close, but one day you'll find out that you lost a good man, and one day you'll wake up and find out you lost a good man. Transparent or not, you'll never see my like again. I'm talking about me.
That is a 90s pop punk gem right there. Just the emo.
Oh, yeah, it's better than all that stuff though. This is
it sounds bit better.
More. Sounds way better. Yeah. The lyrics are going to be infinitely better than any of that. Really good. Also, you're in a snake pit. When he says you're in a snake pit, oh, that's great. All reduced to cost price. Manual for deficit. Oh, manual for deceit. Oh, manual for deceit. Wow. The manual for deceit. You got to read that. And then you got to throw it out. And then you got to use what you've learned. Or maybe make sure that it's not used against you. That's the key.
Singing about how she lost a good man right after she fucks up her song. Northwest Fashion Show.
Yeah, just when you think you're finishing strong. Not so fast, mate.
Yeah.
Northwest Fashion Show. Here we go. kind of fun to start with that Queen bitch riff again. I don't really have a lot of problems with this song, and usually I'd be expecting this to be the last track on the album. And I'm just kind of let down because the Northwest Fashion Show title for a song is so good that I want it to be good. I want it to be good lyrically.
Yeah, I was gonna say lyrically it's trash, but
it's not
for the
happening.
use, it's one of my probably favorite uses of tapes that they've done. Like it's not as unnecessary as some of the other times they've put something together.
Yeah, I'm with you because I like that it is. That's why I'm always like, when I was first listening to this album, I was like, man, this is like, it's not a bad way because I'm expecting them to end on a track like this. I'm like, this is not so bad. This is actually cool because it's very musical. It's an instrumental with tape collage. It's cool. I wanted Mark singing, but whatever. Strangely enough, it's not the last song.
No, it's weird how they didn't end on this.
No.
And I do agree. I would have loved a see Mark at a fashion show and then have him write a song about his experience at the Northwest English fashion show that he just experienced.
No, what I want to see him at? I want to see him at like a Dallas, Texas mall fashion show in the 90s. That's where I want to see him. And I wouldn't be surprised if he was walking around a mall and being American mall and being like, wow. I don't know. All malls are kind of the same. UK or America, anywhere in the world, it's kind of all the same. It's all just the consumerism and the harsh fluorescent lights everywhere. You kind of get the idea, but if you all ever see the old, I mean, do you remember that, Steve? You remember those fashion shows they would have in the mall that would be like kids or whatever, like wearing the clothes of like the stores on a stage in the middle by the fountain on this little shitty stage, walking up and down to bad music on a PA system. People on the upper floor and lower floor just standing around looking at these people like, oh yeah, that looks my grandson would look great in those overalls.
That's how I made my living as a 9-year-old.
Oh yeah, you were one of those models.
You got to pay the bills.
Yeah, you got to pay your rent.
No, I have seen them, but no, I did not participate.
No, I didn't participate either. As much as they wanted to sign me up, but nope. Sorry, I'll be out back smashing those fluorescent light bulbs in the alleyway.
They got old. You lost out to what's his name?
Macaulay Culkin.
No, who am I thinking of? The troublemaker.
Dennis the Menace.
Dennis the Menace. Yeah, you lost out to Dennis the Menace.
Yeah, I did go to school. I went to high school with Dennis the Menace from the movie. He was nice enough lad. But yeah, lost out to Dennis the Menace. I did have that same fucking bowl haircut when I was that 6-year-old, 7-year-old.
I think we all did.
Yeah, we were looking pretty fit. Okay, let's get into the final track. And what are we closing out with, Steve-O?
Pine Leaves.
The Hitler riots during the occupation arranged a gas attack. It was not a concentration camp. Annihilation. And it was not gas camp. Annihilation. It was not a concentration camp. It was not a concentration camp. I want to wish you a happy journey back home.
Pine trees don't even have leaves.
Yep. That's what a creative lyricist does. Kind of switch it up on you, you know? You're like, oh, I think I know all of my trees and all of the foliage that are on the trees that I know, but nope, not so fast. This song, I gotta be honest, this song kind of pisses me off because this is a song that I want it to be like the last one. I want it to be good, but then those shitty synth
Yeah. Horns.
keys,
Horns.
whatever they
Yeah.
are, they're so bad. It's annoyingly bad, and
I mean, how cool would it have been if they actually had a horn on it? Like, get someone in there.
as usual, we want the real instrument. Like, let Mark play it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
let Mark play a horn or try to play a horn.
Fucking even a
It's gonna
kazoo.
be way better.
Play the kazoo.
A kazoo would have got the job done without a doubt. And honestly, those horns sound like they're from the 80s and it's 1995. 4, 5. I like the acoustic guitar. I like Mark double tracked vocals. He's slurring a whisper into the microphone. It's cool.
How do you feel?
Just the keys.
I looked it up to see how old Mark was, looking at some of the photos from the next album, and
I do know. I actually do know because I looked up the same thing.
it's currently he's currently our age.
He's
right now.
about our age. He's about our age. He's our age, but he looks like my. He could be my uncle.
I was gonna say it's tough. The 90s were tough. I don't know. You go back and you look at people and like,
Oh, for sure.
you're just like, huh? Like what? I think the freaking what did I just watch? Home Alone. The mom from Home Alone is like 34 years old. Like,
Yeah. Still in the tub of side for bone shakes. These apes were once born, fluid now. That's the truth. Dawn from the inn outlet. 100,000 people perished there. I still wish I could have seen you all. They lived 1,000. The hills at dusk, because they knew all the horrible culturations and evocations, formulae. from
It's-
verdant green, yellow puddles. Oh man.
It's rough because for all the rest of the songs, the music was great and the lyrics were okay. And now you have fantastic lyrics and the music is trash. Like,
I know. I stand by that. Yeah, I'm with you, Steve. But I stand by that. This song is actually good. It's just those keys kill it. They're so loud.
Maybe,
They
I think that's
blare
what
through.
it is. It's the same thing with "Don't Call Me Darling." The screaming is
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's the same. That's the same bad choice.
stop eating all that chocolate.
Yeah. Okay, with that sound, we've made it to the end of Cerebral Caustic, and I thank Permanent Records for putting that out in February 27th, 1995. But now to the important part, which is let's lock in a pint rating for this very unique, very interesting, very strange,
Critically acclaimed.
yeah. So I think I'm feeling like I have no idea. I have no idea what to give this. Every time you listen to this is different. It's a different experience. I had fun listening with you, and I honestly, the way to do this is to listen to this album with someone else, and it will be exponentially more enjoyable. So I'm going to give this a rating of 2 to 3 people. 2 to 3 people at minimum. Get them around and put the album on and have fun. And, listen to it, talk over it a little bit. And, when Don't Call Me Darling comes on, definitely everyone shut up and just like listen to that and enjoy it. Enjoy it. I think it'll be a good time.
I got 4 pints.
4 pints. Yes. Okay. Good. Good. We hope you enjoyed that little. I don't know. I don't even know what we just did, but it was worthwhile. And we are looking forward to the next one because the next one, you guys are not going to be disappointed. I know we got some fans of the next one on here, but we're going to get into a little bit of a far out treat, a minded expander, head expander, you might say, in the next LP. But until next time, we are the Fall.
We are the best.
Spoken bit at the end of it, but I'll leave that on and won't talk over it. But you may have to turn your radios up a little bit.